Om Shanti. Good morning, Diamond morning. The Baba is teaching us the lesson how to earn this income, keep this intoxication. So it's really of the 4th of March 2022. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, stay awake at night and earn an income. Instill the habit of waking up at Amrit Vela. Question. What is the way to make permanent the intoxication that you experience when you first come and take this knowledge? Answer. When you first come and are new in this knowledge, your intoxication rises very high. At that time, you promise yourself many things. Baba says, note those promises down in your diary and then continue to revise them, and your intoxication will remain permanent. Otherwise, when you become caught in the storms of Maya, that intoxication reduces. If whilst moving along, you make a mistake, instantly tell Baba about it and become light, so that you don't make the same mistake again. Otherwise, it will continue to increase. And the song of Baba's Murli, have mercy for those who are unhappy, mother and father of mine.
दुनिया के माँ बाप सुनो, ये देश है किशन कन्हैया का, ये भूमि वही है प्यार जहाँ लुटता था जसोदा मैया का, लेकिन इस देश में ही अब तो
Om Shanti. This song is very good because the whole world is unhappy and they have been remembering you are the mother and father, and we receive an abundance of happiness through your mercy. At this time, the whole world is unhappy, and this is why they remember the father. So they will definitely also remember the mother. This song is very good. You know that by taking birth to the mother and father, you receive the inheritance in a second. There is this praise of Bharat. Your children are now personally sitting in front of the Father. Since there is the world mother, there must be the world father. There must also be someone above them, because you are to receive the inheritance of the land of happiness at this time. So the mother and father who establishes the land of happiness is also needed. Wealthy parents have first-class homes. Poor parents also have homes accordingly. Radha and Krishna existed in the golden age, and they received the first kingdom. Radha must definitely have taken birth to a king, and she would therefore have been a princess, and Shri Krishna must have been a prince, and then they got married. That is fine. The mother and father who are establishing the deity kingdom, the mother and father are now establishing the deity kingdom. The deities were the Sun Dynasty emperors and empresses. You know how they received their status. and how Rama and Sita received their moon dynasty status. At the end of the Iron Age, there is nothing. It is, Mama says, this is receiving a kingdom by study. Just as people become engineers and barristers through those studies here, it is about becoming a king of kings through this study. Only the one Father teaches you Raja Yoga. Why he teaches us Raja Yoga? He says to attain a royal status. There is no other university where you are made to make effort to attain a royal status. This is called the Gita Pashana. A royal status is received through studying the Gita. Okay, what status would you receive by studying the Vedas and the Upanishads, etc.? God alone comes and teaches you Raja Yoga. This is something so easy. It is a matter of only yesterday. It truly used to be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. They sing that there used to be the kingdom of deities 3,000 years before Christ. How did they receive it? Surely God must have taught them before destruction took place. Destruction must have taken place after that. By studying Raja Yoga at that time, they would have attained the royal status in the Golden Age. This is the conference age. You can write. You can attain the Sun and Moon dynasty kingdoms in a second. Come and understand this. You can explain very well using the Pityas. Those who explain to others have to have shrewd intellect. Baba says, Brahma Kumaras and Kumaris are the grandchildren of Shiva. However, the Father says, only a handful out of multi-millions recognize me and claim the inheritance from me. You receive liberation in life in a second. You do have to make effort to attain a high status in liberation in life. All these fairs and exhibitions have been created in order for you to explain to others. You have many thoughts about them, and new points continue to emerge. Day by day, easier pictures emerge according to the drama. Whatever act was performed in the previous cycle, the same act will continue. No one else can write that this exhibition was created 5,000 years ago and that it has been created again and it will be created again in the next cycle. Only once at the conference age is this exhibition created. That is, we create this exhibition after 5,000 years so that you can claim your status of liberation in life from the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul in a second by all of this being explained to you. It will go to many countries. Baba will continue to explain new points. Additions and corrections will continue to take place. The Ramayana, etc., that those people have printed will be the same ones. This is why they tell us what you used to write before is different from what you're writing now. Baba says, I tell you new things every day. I would not tell you everything at once. I would not tell you everything all at once. They have written that the Gita was spoken on a battlefield. They have written a Gita of 18 chapters. Those who are clever in Sanskrit are able to recite those verses in half an hour. The Gita is the main one. In the Bhagavad, they have many. There are only stories. In the Bhagavad, there are only stories. Only the Gita has been written in Sanskrit. A tiny Gita has been written in Sanskrit. Baba, the ocean of knowledge, speaks so much knowledge that even if you were to make the whole ocean into ink, the forests into pens, and the whole earth into paper, that would not be enough. They have completed it all in just 18 chapters. However, neither is it like that, nor is it a question of Sanskrit. The Hindi language is used. There are so many languages. One person could not learn all the languages. Perhaps after making effort, some could learn 5 or 6 languages, and so they would be given a lot of regard. God would not explain in all the languages. He only explains in Hindi. Just as everyone, in brackets in India, knows broken Hindi, in the same way, everyone knows broken English. Baba explains to you children in Hindi. God comes and gives the devotees what he gives the devotees when he comes? The fruit of their devotion. There are many devotees, but only one God. They even say, "O purifier, come." They don't say, "God, come." The Father of all is only one. God, the Father of all, is one. He is the Creator. He creates you. Why does He create us? Very interestingly, He says, He creates you in order to give you happiness. A father wants children for happiness. God, the Father, creates heaven, and those whom He makes into the masters of heaven are called gods and goddesses, of course with lowercase g's. However, not everyone would be called that. This is something incognito. How does God the Father create the world through Adam and Eve? God is separate. You will continue to understand this gradually. The tree will continue to grow. Parrot alone received liberation and liberation in land. Parrot becomes the land of happiness. At first, Parrot was the ancient land where deities used to rule. Then the land of Islam and of the Buddhists were created. It is very easy. Whoever's sapling is to be planted will be planted at the appropriate time. Look how children write letters. Baba, I am your child of 4 days. I have recognized you. Some continue to come for years, but they never write a letter. Some would instantly write a letter. As you progress further, many storms will come. Old leaves fall in storms. The mercury of happiness rises a great deal for the new ones who come. Baba, I will definitely belong to you. However, Maya is no less. Whenever you make a promise, note it down in your diary so that you remember what promises you have made. Some make promises, but they never look in their diaries. So what is the benefit of that? Don't think that those who come after you will read them. None of the grandchildren, etc., are going to remain here. Whatever anyone is able to take now, that is fine. But if someone doesn't study, he will remain weak. If you make a small mistake but don't speak about it, the mistake will continue to increase. There is the story of a son who pulled his mother's ears because she didn't caution him in his childhood. If you had cautioned me earlier, would not have been jailed, he said to his mother when he pulled her ears. All of those are stories. You must never steal, otherwise, that habit will be instilled in you, and there would be a lot of punishment from Dharamraj. Now, claim as much inheritance from the Father as you want. The Father is giving you the sovereignty of the world. What else could He give you? What else remains? You now have a beggarly life. You now have to become soul conscious. We forget the world, including our bodies. There must be no greed. Whatever you receive is fine. It is said, it is better to die than to ask for anything. You receive everything from Shiv Baba's treasure store anyway. Instill in yourself the habit of waking up by yourself at Amrit Vela. Stay awake at night and earn an income. Baba has taken a very experienced body. Those were jewels, whereas these are jewels of knowledge. Nowadays, they have such artificial diamonds. Don't even ask. It is very easy to explain using pictures. Come and claim your inheritance from the Father in a second. Up above is Baba, and there are the Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. When we come to Baba, we surely receive the inheritance of liberation in life. However, we are making effort. What effort are we making? To claim a high status. The Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, creates the human world through Brahma. Mothers in bondage say, Baba, now I only remember you. Although I wouldn't meet you, I will definitely claim my inheritance from you. It is such a wonder. There are so many children. As you continue to make more impact, those who are in bondage will continue to become free. There are many who become gurus for husbands. Make a list of how many women have become gurus for their husbands. The husbands should then also write, this one gave me knowledge, and this is why she is my guru. Men would definitely say, truly she is my guru. No one would believe no one would believe it just like that. No one can be uplifted without the mother guru. The urn is given to the world mother. And so it is the world mother who is the guru. Nowadays, they give a lot of respect to women. The Father also says, neither liberation nor liberation in life can be received without the Mother Guru. Therefore, only when you are adopted through the mother can you receive liberation in life. A mother should be considered to be a guru. You children should not have your own arrogance. Give a status to mothers. You should follow them and not have body consciousness. consider yourselves to be equals. The Father also considers himself to be incorporeal. You can say, I am incorporeal come corporeal, just as you write hospital come university. You're also, Bible says, you're told all of these things so that you can explain them to others. Not everyone can imbibe to the same extent. Make effort. What effort does Baba want us to make? He says, make effort to imbibe and inspire others to imbibe. As soon as you have heard something, relate it to others. The greatest charity is an instant donation. If you don't donate wealth, how would you become wealthy? You have the maximum greed. So what greed is Baba talking about here? He says, to become a master of the world is such a big desire. Make everyone constantly happy and constantly peaceful. Make all human beings who are residents of the corrupt Iron Age into residents of the elevated Golden Age. There used to be the deities in Bharat, but not anymore. There will definitely be deities there again. That is called heaven. The word paradise is very good. We are making effort. What effort are we making? To become the masters of the world. Forget everyone apart from the one Father. Finish your attachment to everyone else. Acha, okay. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost, serviceable, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharma, first point. Become completely soul conscious in this beggarly life. Don't have too much greed for anything. Whatever you receive is fine. It is better to die than to ask for anything. Second point. Don't keep any of your arrogance, but give a status to the mothers. Become as incorporeal and egoless as the Father. Donate the wealth of knowledge. Baba's blessing for today. May you be a world benefactor who becomes an embodiment of all four subjects. All four subjects of this study are connected with one another. The souls who are knowledgeable will definitely be yogi souls, and the actions of those who have made knowledge and yoga their nature will be natural, full of wisdom, and elevated. They will be embodiments of Dharma in their natures and sanskars. Those who have the treasure of experiencing these three subjects will become master stewards. That is, they will automatically become servants. Those who claim number one in all these four subjects are called world benefactors. And the slogan for today: watch the fearsome games of Maya as a detached observer. and you will remain fearless. Om Shanti. And the Murli continues with invaluable jewels of knowledge from Daddy's diaries. The happiness of the realization of knowledge is peace. That is, to be free from sinful thoughts. By going deep inside, you become peaceful. With this imperishable jewel of knowledge, we are able to reach a place of complete peace. By being peaceful, that is, by adopting the stage of deep meditation, very bright enlightenment of yoga emerges from within. Those who have such a stage of sweet yoga day and night have limitless happiness. All their limited bondages are broken, and unlimited permanent happiness emerges. The heart is very light when you are in this stage, and there are no limits to the waves of happiness. This is the key of yoga, which we divine children have received from God the Father. Acha. Om Shanti.